Snow and welcome to iHollywood TV. Well, today I got to chat with the one and only Cote Deonath. Cote was the winner of Graceland's Covenant title, being named the Ultimate Elvis Tribute Artist at the annual Ultimate Elvis Tribute Artist competition. Cote and I conducted our conversation at Augusta, Georgia's Miller Theater to discuss his love for the Elvis movie, performing on stage, touring across North America, retirement plans, oh yes, we went there, and so much more. Here's a look at my conversation with Cote.
You ready? You're looking for trouble. You came to the right place. You're looking for trouble. Just look right in my face. I was born to stand up and talk it back. My daddy was a great-eyed
Hello, Cote.
How are you, man?
I'm doing great. It's so nice to be here with you and to finally meet you.
Yes, absolutely. It's great to be here in Augusta.
Now tell me, how does it feel to be the winner of Graceland's Covenant title of the Ultimate Elvis Tribute Artist at the annual Ultimate Elvis Tribute Artist competition?
It means the world. It feels like a dream, man, right? Like it feels like you're floating. And what a time to be an Elvis fan with a new movie coming out, and kind of surreal. You know, you're going so long and so hard at competing every year for this. That was my 7th year competing for the Ultimate.
Wow.
I started competing when I was 18, so as soon as I could enter, go for it. I went for it. So, and I was very honored to be involved in that contest every year since then. So to be able to punch the ticket this year and receive the honor, it just means the world.
That's amazing. And what were your thoughts on the Elvis movie with Austin Butler that portrayed and played Elvis?
It's incredible. Incredible. I was actually fortunate enough to be at the premiere at Graceland.
Oh, really?
So we got to see Austin and Baz and Lisa and Riley and Olivia and Tom Hanks and all of the amazing, wonderful cast and whatnot. And we actually got to see it. They actually had 2 showings. The Tupelo Elvis Festival was happening at the time.
Wow.
And we were in Tupelo on Saturday, and we were like, oh my gosh, we're going to miss it. And obviously we saw stuff on Facebook, like they were there and whatnot. And we're like, oh my gosh, that sucks so bad that we had to, obviously Tupelo Elvis Fest, that's amazing. Like, so honored to be a part of that. But we were like, oh my God, we wish we were in Memphis. So we traveled in on Sunday and for the second screening. And I was sitting next to one of my best friends, other Ultimate champion, Ben Thompson from England. And I go, man, I think they're here. And he goes, mate, what are you on about? What are you talking about? I'm trying to watch the movie. And then at that time, Baz and everybody start walking on stage, and the whole place just erupts, right?
Wow.
So we got to hear and see that. Such an emotional roller coaster of a movie, and I'll never forget it because you're on grounds, right? We saw it on the grounds for the first time. And
wow, that's incredible.
So amazing. So amazing.
Now, do you have a favorite moment or part from the movie? Because we promoted the movie here at iHollywood TV, showed a lot of behind the scenes. Everyone loved this movie. They're still watching it to this day.
Of course. It's kind of become like just like a classic already.
Yeah.
I mean, in the year that it's only been a year since it's come out, and it's still so big. My favorite part, honestly, was the end.
Really?
They really, they had a choice. Elvis Presley Enterprises. Elvis is larger than life.
Right.
The entertainer. So to show him at such a vulnerable state, where Baz said this at the premiere, and it was so beautiful. Our good friend Jeff Lewis asked him, "Why did you show that? Why?" Everybody else shied away from him at the end. And he said, even though the mind and body were broken and worn down, the heart and the voice still remained. So I thought that was my favorite part, because he was still our Elvis at the end. You know what I mean? He may not looked the best,
right?
But his voice, and you could see it in his eyes. He was still there,
Now talk to me, because you are now named the internationally acclaimed world champion Elvis tribute artist. That's right, Cote.
Yeah.
So tell me how you got started in wanting to, continue Elvis's legacy, perform on stage, sing his songs. Like, how did it all start for you?
I was 2 years old. I remember it like it was yesterday. Like I remember the green like shag carpet at my grandparents' house, you know. And I used to call it the big brown box, and it was the box TV.
Yeah.
And the buttons were all like mashed in and stuff like that. And my grandmother, they told me that she was sick with pneumonia, and I was just a very hyperactive child. Like I never really sat still for anything, except when she put in a movie called Follow That Dream, and it was shot 30 minutes away from where I live in Inverness, Florida. And I remember that wide angle shot, and it's the epitome of Elvis meets the Beverly Hillbillies. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So Elvis is in this old jalopy car, and they break down, and he's singing, "What a wonderful life, this life I'm living," and it's so amazing. And I saw him, and his smile, his charisma oozed out of the screen. He wasn't even there. And then from there, I saw I call him superhero Elvis, you know, Captain America Elvis in the white jumpsuit. And I saw him then, and I was just like, oh my gosh, I want to do that.
Yeah.
You know, he had the cape, he had the whole 9 yards, the big rings, the burns, and it was just, it snowballed from there, and it was always a constant in my life, right? You know, everything else came and went. Elvis was always there. I wasn't always the coolest kid in school back then. You know, Elvis. It wasn't as cool to like Elvis as it is today.
I think as it is, yeah. Right
you know
now.
what I mean? Like, you know, we had kind of had to, you know, walk before everybody else now could run with looking at that stuff. But they really embraced me in my junior year of high school. So I performed as a child from the age of 4 all the way till now. But really got serious with it. When I was a senior in high school, I started making the circuits to the other contests and stuff like that. Doing really well in school, so they really didn't care if I came or went. They were like, as long as your grades are fine, you can go do whatever you want. And I was like, okay, cool. So very blessed in that regard.
Yeah.
We had so much support locally as well. But it really didn't start becoming my career until I'd say I was 18 years old, and 19 really I was fortunate enough to
That's when it really got serious.
really got serious. And you know, I was in school to be a firefighter EMT. And yes, so my family's in the medical field and whatnot. So that was kind of like you know, when we lost my grandmother in 2012, I was like, you know, I want to help people. Like I want to do what, you know, what I guess the family business is. A lot of them were EMT paramedics and firefighters and stuff like that. So, but from there, I mean, I went on a cruise ship, and then after I got off that cruise ship, a guy by the name of George Trillinger and Tim Stamper, they actually are tribute artists. They do the Blues Brothers, the Big Bopper, Buddy Holly, and whatnot. And they were like, listen, kid, you don't need to be a firefighter EMT. Stick with us, and you'll go places. And that's kind of like, I got off the boat, and I was like, oh man, Mom, Dad, I think I want to try this entertaining thing.
Now, Cody, tell me, what is one of your favorite or most fondest memories of Elvis Presley?
I mean, my favorite, fondest memory of Elvis. The first time I saw him in the Aloha jumpsuit, Aloha from Hawaii. He looked perfect. He looked like a god, man. I mean, really. I mean, like, you know, there are a couple of Elvis eras that I look at that he's just, I mean, he's always perfection, right? He always looked like a perfect man, you know. And but Aloha, in my mind, Elvis had such a calmness about him. As I've gotten older, to see the entertainer and the way that he had everybody in the palm of his hand at that night, and just to see just the confidence and the calmness of him, and how hard he worked to look his best, you know, because that was the first satellite concert that was broadcast all over the world. I mean, it was just, that's probably my favorite moment, is when he walked out on stage.
And all the great outfits that you get to wear, like, what's one of your favorite outfits?
My favorite outfit is called the peacock suit.
Oh, okay.
So it's super vibrant, super beautiful. It has it has a peacock on it, and the peacock's feathers go all the way down the legs and on the other opposite leg. So that's kind of like my favorite suit. It's always been my favorite suit since I was a kid.
And who doesn't love a peacock, right?
Oh, I love it. I love it. Look, it's right there.
Oh, yes.
It's fantastic.
There it is right there. We will show an image for the viewing audience at home. Now, Cody, how do you hope to carry on Elvis's legacy with your shows and, you know, from touring from state to state, which is currently what you're doing right now? You know, you're on a tour.
Yes.
So how do you hope to continue to carry his legacy on?
Doing it right. put the mantra first. Not Elvis, never going to be Elvis. Cody,
Yeah.
you know. We flip on when we come on stage, and we flip it off when we get off stage, you know. Doing a respectable tribute to him and honoring him and making sure everything is as authentic as we can get it, to educate and to, you know, transport people, hopefully for a glimmer, just a little window of what it was like to be, you know, at an Elvis concert, you know. So, I mean, I look at it as myself and my entire team, you know, just to do it respectfully.
I do want to take it back to the Elvis movie premiere. You know, you said you were in Graceland for the premiere. Lisa Marie Presley, she was there. What was your reaction when you heard the news, when news broke that she, you know, passed away, unfortunately?
I know. I was at my house, and a buddy of mine, Brian Mays, big publisher out in Nashville, works with a lot of talent out there. I guess he had got word and it wasn't public information. And he texted me. He goes, "Dude, working with the estate, Lisa just went into the ER, and they evac'd her and stuff like that." And I was like, "Oh my gosh!" And then we got a text from him that said she didn't make it, and then it didn't break till, I mean, I think an hour or two later and stuff like that. So I mean, it was just pure shock, right? Because you just don't look at, especially her, just like Benjamin, her son. You don't look at them as people that you think, oh well, you know, they're gonna pass away at all. You know, Lisa was so young, in her 40s, I think, exactly like around Elvis's age, and it's just so tragic, so heartbreaking. But to be able to have seen her, you know, she was so loving of her father and so loving of her family legacy and stuff like that. It's just, it rocks you to your core because you don't really know what's going to happen the next day. You know what I mean? Like you just got to live every day.
You got to
like
be grateful for
exactly.
every moment.
You got to live in the moment, and you got to be grateful for that, you know? So it truly rocked a lot, rocked the Elvis community to its core, I think.
We'll miss her dearly. Last question, Cody. How long do you see yourself doing this, you know, continuing Elvis's legacy? How long would you like to go for?
42.
Ooh.
I already have it in my head. I'm done. 42's my last year. In the suit, in the jumpsuit. I'll always sing. I'll always want to sing. But Elvis unfortunately passed away at 42. In my opinion, in my mind, I don't want to
Continue past that.
I don't want to continue past that. So, you know, I got a lot of career left to do and to live, but I've always thought that since I was younger.
I mean, I think that's smart. You know?
And but like I said, you know, I always want to be on stage. There's not a shelf life for what I want to do, singing his music and singing in general, but just not gonna.
So
not
after
42, I'm
when
gonna
you
hang
get
the
42,
suit up.
you will hang it up.
I'm hanging the suit
but
up.
you will continue to perform on stage because I'm sure people
Absolutely.
watching are like, "What?"
No,
you know.
no,
So we
no.
will still see you in the spotlight.
Absolutely. But we're not gonna think about that right now.
No.
we got a long way to go.
Don't think about that.
We
That's
got
a
a long way to
long
go.
time, people. Get your tickets to come see Cote Deonath as Elvis, the internationally acclaimed Elvis tribute artist right here. And Cody, it's been so nice to meet you. I was about to say virtually because that's all I do now is zoom in and day out with people from my studio. But it's nice to like just meet someone in person and have
Absolutely.
the conversation versus on a Zoom call, you know?
Yeah, man. Absolutely. It's
Nice to
great.
meet you.
Absolutely.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
What a delightful conversation and performance. Thank you, Cody, for coming on the show. For more information on how you can see Cody live, visit his website, CodyUltimateElvis.com. Thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you back here next time on iHollywood TV. Bye-bye. Have you always loved when you receive a box of roses but hate to see them go in just a few days? Well, not anymore with Rose Forever. They share a variety of colors and rose boxes with natural roses that will last for a year as if being freshly picked like these beauties right here. They use natural oil to preserve the roses, and the bouquets are handcrafted by professional flowers artisans. Rose Forever is a New York-based brand that launched in 2019, and you know, the great thing that I love so much about this specific brand is that all the materials they use to cover the boxes are vegan. Even the pink suede and the black velvet as well. You know, I have allergies, and yet sometimes roses might bother me, but not Rose Forever because they are allergen free, thank gosh. To get yours today and to see the selection they have to offer you, visit their website, roseforever.com, and get 20% off by using my code IHollywoodTV20 with a 20% discount to your first purchase of a rose box. Get these, or get any color that you want. That is iHollywoodTV20. Visit roseforever.com today.